after Tupac got killed, Puffy allegedly gave the money to Zip.
Yes.
And Zip was supposed to give the money to Keefe and them.
Yes.
But he never gave the money to him.
But thank God he never gave him the money, right? Think about it. If he gave the money, Puffy would be in prison now, money for hire.
It was just a lot of weird shit going on.
Pac and Puff was like this.
Where you put my bag
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when you scrambling and scraping.
So, the story going around is that after Tupac was killed, Puffy supposedly handed over some cash to Zip, who was supposed to pass it along to K but never did. Thank goodness he didn't, because if he did, Puffy might be behind bars right now for hiring someone to do the job. The FBI even got wind of Zip keeping that money.
Listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you have to do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying?
And now, Jada Pinkett Smith dropped a bombshell, suggesting Diddy put out a hit on Tupac because Pac was about to expose Diddy's sexuality. Jada has receipts to back her claims. Can you believe the drama never seems to end with these guys? Something new pops up whenever we think it's over to keep us talking.
Mess with guys and go both ways. Pac didn't feel that was good. Because Pac felt he was real serious about the music. So if you're a producer or you rap, and regardless if you're married or not, and you got a boyfriend that works for you, a real boyfriend who used to be a dancer, Pac studied all the facts. Pac was real smart.
So, Jada Pinkett Smith is finally spilling the beans on this Diddy Tupac drama, and she's not holding back. She's aiming to put Diddy behind bars for Tupac's murder. This topic has been blowing up social media for weeks and keeps getting wilder.
Children can be our soulmates. I think this kind of romanticized idea of like a soulmate. You know, there's all kinds of definitions of soulmate.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know, definitely. I don't think, if there is such a thing as past lives, I definitely think Pac and I have traveled a few together.
According to Jada, Diddy wanted Tupac gone because Tupac was getting too close to exposing Diddy's secrets. Remember the old beef between Diddy's Bad Boy records and Tupac's Death Row records? Well, Tupac stumbled upon some dirt about Diddy and planned to drop it in a diss track, which would have wrecked Diddy's rep in the industry.
Was that after Tupac got killed, Puffy allegedly gave the money to Zip.
Yes.
And Zip was supposed to give the money to Keefe and them.
Yes.
But he never gave the money to him.
But thank God he never gave him the money, right? Think about it. If he gave the money, Puffy would be in prison now, money for hire.
The FBI said just
so the FBI told you
said he was
thing.
a dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you have to do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed about.
Gene, watch the door, don't let nobody come through here. And I said I watched the door. If I watched the door and him and a man ran out naked, and I said that, ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself.
Rapper Exhibit also revealed that Diddy once took him to a gay bar.
We go down and get a drink. You know, we sitting there bopping to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the f is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, then it's girls in the club too. And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there like, what?
Back in the 90s, there was this radio personality named Wendy Williams, who got in significant trouble for speculating about Diddy's sexuality. Diddy went all out to shut her down, even trying to get her fired and blacklisted.
Personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such.
Now, Wendy didn't even know if Diddy was gay at the time because all she did was talk about some juicy rumors that she heard, and he reacted strongly. So can y'all?
And get this, Wendy wasn't even sure if Diddy was gay. She was gossiping about some juicy rumors she'd heard. So you can only imagine how Diddy would have reacted if someone more serious had tried to put him back then.
They say he gay, he go both ways. I'm not gonna put it out there on him yet, but I'm gonna do my research, and if it's true, the world should know. Because this guy might be around one of those little kids one day and mess around with him, and you know, so I'm gonna do it too.
But Wendy wasn't the only one chirping about Diddy's love life. His former bodyguard, Gene, spilt some severe tea, claiming he once caught Diddy in a compromising situation with another man. And rapper Exhibit spilt the beans about Diddy taking him to a gay bar one time. They were chilling, vibing to the music when Exhibit spotted some dudes locking lips.
Seemed like Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. Yeah.
And what was Tupac doing at the party, yo?
Him and Puff was there together. They was there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't know how they fell out or nothing like that. They was road dogs, you know what I'm saying? They even got pictures of them. He got on that blue sweater with the turtleneck, him and him hugged up like this with the black hat. Have you ever seen that picture?
Nah, I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure I came across it.
Yeah. That picture there, they was at that party that day. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird shit. That whole fucking, yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, bunch of, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gay basher or nothing. I mean, none of that shit, but that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That whole party was weird, though.
Talk about a plot twist. Oh, and then there's Orlando Brown, who straight up claimed Diddy gave him some intimate attention. It's like a whole soap opera, but with hip-hop stars.
And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. He just looked, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
Now, some exciting tidbits before Pac's murder. Diddy supposedly asked his associate, Baby Lane, to swipe a Death Row Records chain from Trayvon Lane, a member of Tupac's crew. This was all for a diss video aimed at Pac and Death Row.
Seen a car full of girls, they don't need the tweak. All you search know what's up with 213.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Death Row family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up. We ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
How you doing, Suge?
Hey.
Smoking your stove? I like that, man.
Everybody know one thing about me. I don't care any Hollywood, any on the streets, especially Hollywood rappers.
Yeah. We
can get our paperwork.
Yeah.
And see what all we ever been arrested for. I guarantee you, it's never been nothing for me but straight real and violence.
Ain't no, you ain't snitching. No.
I ain't never in my life told. You know, I'm the mother when people ask me if I know who killed Tupac, and not saying Tupac dead or alive, but I'm saying if they ask me if I know who killed Tupac, I'm the said, hey, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I don't get down like that. One thing people gotta realize, it's mother born and raised out here.
Yeah.
You both respect the mother who live out here.
Yeah.
Because right now we got a lot of out-of-towners living out here and they ain't saying nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have a 90 mother walk down the street and said Suge Knight killed Tupac. When everybody know off the top, I ain't the killed Tupac, I'm the protected Tupac.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bitch-ass Puffy can give him a mother star and every rat in the world said he didn't want to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
Or had him shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you notice, it was a rat on television saying he the one did the shooting, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, right?
Right.
If you think about it, right?
Right.
Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill Tupac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't gonna get arrested.
Not just the snitching, be smart, son. Because Tupac not
ain't
dead.
as smart as you should be.
Tupac not dead. If he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he was somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island somewhere, right now. You know what I mean?
But Trayvon caught Baby Lane at the MGM Grand and things got physical. Here's where it gets wild. Baby Lane is Keith D's nephew, and Keith D's been linked to Pac's murder. Turns out, Diddy allegedly slapped a $1 million bounty on Pac's head.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
That's a hefty sum, even more so back in '95. And folks aren't just whispering about this. KD himself and his crew have confirmed it. So Diddy wasn't just beefing with Death Row, and taking out Pac might not have been the most brilliant move to send a message. It's all starting to come together.
After Pac's death, Davis claims that the Southside Compton Crips never received the alleged payment from Diddy. Recently, however, former Bad Boy artist Mace alluded to Diddy's involvement in an awkward moment on his podcast where he purposely played dumb when asked about Davis's arrest.
That's what they saying right now.
Oh.
Yeah, he in jail right now, man.
That's
I mean, we
crazy.
finally getting justice, man. You know what I'm saying?
I pray Tupac get justice. Whoever is involved, he needs justice. Everybody need their justice.
Now, Diddy has never been charged with the crime, and he has always denied the rumors. In 2008, Diddy addressed an LA Times article that discussed Keefe D's claims, stating, "It is beyond ridiculous and completely false. Neither the late rapper, the Notorious B.I.G., nor I had any knowledge of any attack before, during, or after it happened." Let us know what you think down in the comments.
One of his associates, including KD himself, spilt the beans that Diddy did cough up $1 million. But here's the kicker. It never made it to KD because someone got greedy.
Well, in fact, you know, there was the rumor that after Pac got killed, Puffy gave Zip $1 million that was supposed to be handed over, and Zip ended up keeping it. And I remember when I interviewed TK Kirkland, who was actually roommates with Zip at one point. They were that close. He actually said, yeah.
The Fed said that too.
He said that shit actually happened. Well, the story that has circulated was that after Tupac got killed, Puffy allegedly gave the money to Zip.
Yes.
And Zip was supposed to give the money to Keefe and them.
Yes.
But he never gave the money to him.
But thank God he never gave him the money, right? Think about it. If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire, a murder for hire. So thank God, if this is a true story, I'm not saying yes or no, but if he would have gave them the money, it'd have been a murder for hire and Puffy would be locked up.
The FBI said he's a dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, and he even said that, like, in retrospect, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to Puffy. By Zip stealing the money, now Puffy isn't connected to that shit. Or else it would have been like a murder for hire or something, you know what I'm saying?
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you the
They said he
same
was a
thing?
dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well?
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody crossed you. You're the last one to know every fucking thing. Even lawyers, your friends, everybody can cross your ass. You just don't know. Even the dudes you was riding in the car with every day, like a low jack. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, Zip had a history of ripping people off.
Yeah. He never ripped me off.
Well,
otherwise he wouldn't have.
Did he technically do? I mean, if he kept the money that
Yeah.
supposedly.
True.
So actually, he ripped you off for $1 million.
Yeah. If that's what happened, yeah. They sure said it. The FBI said that. The people down, yeah, U.S.
crazy.
attorneys, all that, they said that. Zip's a piece. They said he's a piece of shit. But I didn't ever know that he got no money. But they said he got it.
Yeah. Well,
Gene Deal said he got it too.
Oh, really?
Kirkland, yeah, everybody's, yeah.
The word on the street is that after Tupac's demise, Puffy supposedly handed the cash to Zip, who was supposed to pass it along to K, but never did. Thank goodness for that slip-up, because if the money changed hands, it'd be a clear case of murder for hire, and Puffy would be behind bars.
Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. And even if they did figure out a way, I'm still not backing down from what I said. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me.
Tupac told me back in the days, you know, you had to get your money right and then you go to war.
QVD had done an interview a couple years ago where he said that Diddy had offered him $1 million to take out Tupac and Suge Knight. Do you guys think that this is all somehow going to be connected to Diddy at the end of the day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to know.
Kay even contacted the FBI, confirming that Diddy paid the cash, but it never reached him. The FBI labeled Diddy a dirty __, and they also caught Zip with his hand in the cookie jar.
And I just don't know. He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my d, I can make people do anything for money. That's what you said, Puff, about Christopher Williams sucking your d for a demo deal, and you cut him a check.
So not only did Diddy allegedly put the hit out, but he also allegedly paid up after the deed was done. It's like something out of a crime flick. And it's not just whispers in the rap game. Eminem even dropped a bomb in his song Kill Shot, hinting that Diddy confessed to setting up the hit on Pac. And you know M ain't one to play with rumors, so it's gotta be coming from a solid source.
She witnessed something that was disturbing to her. But what was really disturbing to her was the conversation that she had with Diddy after. See, Christopher Williams, I don't know, I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened. But Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal, and he gave him a demo deal, and I guess it was supposed to turn into an album deal, which that never happened. But this young woman walked in to get approval on some paperwork, see. And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
But wait, there's more. Jaguar Wright recently stirred the pot, claiming Diddy had a hand in offing people associated with him during his Uptown Records days. It's like a game of musical chairs, where only Puffy and Al are left standing.
right now. When he get older, he going. Yeah. One question now I'd like to ask you. You dig my other brother? Yeah. Got my other brother. That bad boy weekend is coming in June, and you know I'm not doing it alone. You dig? We get Hustle Gang with that. Bad boy Hustle Gang. I can't wait. Collective. I can't wait. Everything's free. Fuck that. Showing up and showing that. Everybody come for fucking up some money. Yeah. Fucking up some money. Yeah, man. And he gon' help. That's enough for y'all. I'm gone. I heard you in the
jail.
Like he needed a rock. He needed, because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation.
She also...
Jada's been dropping some major hints about Diddy's involvement in Pac's murder, and word on the street is she might spill the beans in her upcoming book.
Physical slap in the face. A barrage of questions began to race across my mind. Will never mentioned Diddy before, so the timing of it really left me conflicted. Yeah, it's...
According to insiders, Jada's been suggesting that Pac was about to expose a big-time Hollywood celeb for being on the DL, which would have tanked their career. Now, she didn't drop any names, but let's be honest. How many DL celebs Pac had beef with, and how many put a bounty on his head?
Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis, aka Keefy D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur.
On September 29th, 2023, Dwayne Keith Davis, alias Keefy D, was taken into custody by Las Vegas Metropolitan Police in connection with the murder of arguably the most influential rapper in hip-hop's history. For most, Tupac's murder is shrouded in mystery. However, for those who closely follow news in the hip-hop world, Keefy D's involvement in the rapper's death was an open secret, with the motive behind the hit being caught on camera. So, who is Keefy D? What was his role in Tupac's death? And why did it take 27 years for the former gangster to finally end up in handcuffs? Tupac's killer arrested.
I wish that my son was here and that he could go and lie down in my bed and come out of my room and say, "Mom, what'd you cook?" I miss his being. He was my son, and I miss him as my baby, my boy, who I loved, respected.
This was Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mom, almost brought to tears by the death of her son. She would have loved to get closure regarding her son's tragic death. However, Mrs. Afeni Shakur passed away on May 2nd, 2016, after going into cardiac arrest at her home at the age of 69. And as we will see, only 2 years after her death, the case regarding her son's death would be opened again, leading to an arrest. While Tupac's mom waited for the cops to get justice for her slain son for 20 years, the rapper's fans had to wait for 27 years. Well, the wait is finally over. After 27 excruciating years, one of the men believed to have had a hand in the murder of Tupac was arrested.
Las Vegas Metro Police took Dwayne Keefy D. Davis into custody Friday. He's being held on charges related to the 1996 murder of rapper Tupac Shakur.
Earlier in July, cops raided Keefy D's home in Henderson, Nevada. An affidavit filed to obtain the warrant states that police were looking for notes, writings, ledgers, and other handwritten or typed documents concerning television shows, documentaries, YouTube episodes, book manuscripts, and movies concerning the murder of Tupac Shakur. Apart from the electronics, investigators left the former gangster's home with USB and hard drives, photographs, a copy of Vibe magazine featuring Tupac, and a copy of the Compton Street Legends book, co-authored by Keefy D and Yusuf Jah. According to the warrant, investigators were generally searching for items that would provide evidence of motive or even reveal the identity of Tupac's killer. So what exactly gave Keefy D away? How was he able to evade the cops for 27 years? And will he finally be put behind bars for Tupac's murder? As it turns out, somewhere along the way, Keefy D felt emboldened to shout from the rooftops what happened the night Tupac died. It all started in 2008 when Keefy D was arrested in a PCP ring case. According to reports, the feds had been gathering evidence on the drug ring that Keefy D ran and had enough intel to put him away for 25 years. As cops normally do, they enticed Keefy D to tell them what happened the night Tupac was shot dead.
And we put an ironclad case against him, approach him, and say, here's the deal, Keefy D, we have questions about these murders. If you don't cooperate, you're going to prison for the rest of your life, and so are several members of your family who are caught up in your drug organization.
Well, everyone who was involved had long died, including the shooter. And with the extra motivation on the table, you best believe Keefy D sang like a bird for 3 straight hours.
He confesses to his involvement in the murder of Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas in 1996. He tells us that his nephew Orlando Anderson was in the same car with him, which was the white Cadillac.
After truth-telling on his nephew, the drug case against Keefe D was dropped, and he walked away a free man. For many people, this would have been a second chance at life, a chance to start over again. However, a few years later, in 2011, ex-cop Greg Kading published the book Murder Rap, which highlighted Keefe D's confession in detail. Greg Kading is an author and former Los Angeles Police Department detective. He is best known for working on a multi-law enforcement task force that investigated the murders of Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Apart from that, he was instrumental in getting Keefe D to spill the beans on Tupac's murder. Greg Kading's book sent shockwaves across the hip-hop world as it implicated some of the industry's biggest names. The most notable name in the book, as we will see later, was none other Sean Combs, alias P. Diddy. With the book and subsequently Keefe D's story gripping audiences across the nation and the world, the ex-gangster became envious. In his mind, this was his story. He deserved a piece of the pie for having let the world know what happened to their beloved artist. To add salt to injury, in 2015, 4 years after the book was published, it spun off a documentary. He must have felt jealous that people were making money from what he considered his story. While he got his name soiled and his reputation destroyed for breaking the street code and cooperating with the feds, the cops were making bank. According to Greg Kading, Keefe D resented the fact that someone else other than him was telling the world the story.
But if you understand the ego of Keefe D, he resented that somebody else was telling the story other than him.
Well, Keefe D decided to do the unthinkable. He decided to publicly start truth-telling, and this was the beginning of the end for him. He appeared on multiple podcasts where he openly gave the horrific details that led to the death of Tupac. According to Greg Kading, his desire to want to own the story and tell it himself led him to publicly speak about what happened in 1996.
But if you understand the ego of Keefe D, he resented that somebody else was telling the story other than him. And so that whole thing prompted him to then go out and publicly boast about his involvement.
Keefe D appeared on any podcast or show that would have him, and he would repeat his whole routine of exposing the tragic events that led to Tupac's death. So why would he do this without a care in the world? What gave Keefe D the false sense of bravado? Well, as it turns out, that apart from having an ego, there were other factors that led him to snitch on himself. Popular YouTuber DJ Vlad revealed in a recent interview that one of the reasons Keefe D agreed to appear on Vlad TV, a channel with over 5 million subscribers, and share the story, was that he thought that he had immunity from prosecution from the proffer agreement that he made with feds in 2008.
Well, I think that he believed that he had a level of immunity when he did the proffer agreement.
It is important to note that a proffer agreement is an agreement between the feds and a defendant that ensures government attorneys will not use any statements the defendant makes during an off-the-record interview against them in later proceedings. Keefe D should have spoken to his attorney before heading to interviews thinking that he had immunity, while Keefe D's words to the feds in 2008 can't be used against him. What he did not know was that anything he said outside the interview room was fair game and would be used to prosecute him. In an interview, Greg Kading spoke about the proffer agreement between Keefe D and the feds, saying, "The proffer agreement simply said that when you sit down and talk to us, whatever you say that is self-incriminating, we won't use against you. But when he leaves that room, that agreement doesn't apply to everything else in his life, as he erroneously believed, so he began to go out and boast about his involvement in the murder. None of that's protected under the agreement. He has essentially talked himself right into jail." Apart from that, DJ Vlad disclosed that another reason that gave Keefe D the false sense of confidence was that he had been diagnosed with cancer, and he knew that he did not have long to live.
I think at the time, he was saying that he had cancer, so maybe he didn't think he had much time to live. So he was just kind of letting it loose at that point.
So confident with.
In an excerpt from the book, Jada admitted she always had suspicions about Diddy's role in the whole mess. She even felt betrayed when Will Smith buddied up with Diddy out of the blue.
Freaky gay demon that killed Tupac. How y'all ain't know Diddy was gay? Tupac done said the man was gay plenty of times. Men didn't call men gay just to be funny. Tupac is no longer here because Pac knew Diddy was a closet gay. Diddy's nothing but a piece of ish. And I've always believed that Puffy was involved, but not because of the bad boy death row beef, but because Pac was starting to very loudly out him on songs. People in the industry knew, but the masses didn't. Being outed at that time in the rap community would likely affect his career and reputation really badly. But
Fans are already speculating like crazy, with some throwing severe shade at Diddy. But the real question is, do you buy Jada's story, or is she just stirring the pot to sell some books? That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.
Perfect.